Go, happy fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it. Hey, hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it. Hey, hey, snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm by myself. I do it so good. I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that in my cup. I can't think. I'm too go. Don't know how the hell I'm getting home. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? Let me see you do it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears and the Dublin Shamrocks. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, so happy to be here. We are underway from Dublin, folks, in the NFL International Series. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On play action, here's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught. Jack Bashwood. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
So you look at the NFL in Europe. We've, of course, had games in London, in Germany, Mexico. But now Ireland gets into the act. A new franchise based right here outside Dublin. And these folks could not be more excited to have a relocated team on the Emerald Isle.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Get it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunter. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give up the middle, Judkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The rushing numbers for Blue a week ago. 12 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 19 Tiger. 19. No.
They go again with Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up
tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Come on. 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Back to throw here.
Try to set up a screen for Blue.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force third and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and it converts on third down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, it's Blue. And he's got room.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go play action here on first down.
Short throw, caught by Bowers.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
2nd and 5. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Trap 60. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk, go.
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Dublin with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Oh, Brandon, that's a game removed right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Here we go, here we go.
Blue is in for a touchdown. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side, and they take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient, excellent job blocking, finds the gap, and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 7-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A beautiful fake.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connects with Kittle underneath. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Let's go now. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll look to throw here.
That's in the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 65, 65, 70, Wolf. Bring it. Let's go.
An inside run with Jenkins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
11 yards there, first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Viking, 60 Viking. Warrior, 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
They'll look to throw.
Open man, it's Hunter.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Second down and 4.
Here we go. Set. 79 Cowboy 80. Steady.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Viking 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer.
He'll drop to throw.
Got a man, that's Hunter.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Just Cougar 19. Ready.
They go with blue between the tackles. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports
Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. This will wind up a touchdown. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Jimmy Horn Jr., one of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Seahawks are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles hosting the New York Giants. And it's Justin Herbert. one of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Giants even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Ooh, the juke. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. On the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 6, Bronco leading.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll swing this out to Blue. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Well, Darnold keeps it. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
60, Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Cut 19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Warriors, ready. Ready. Hut.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Cowboy 80. Viking 18. Go.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Back. Viking 18. 19 Lions. Bronco 80. Bring it.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right.
Tua going to throw.
The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Looking to put a drive together. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Ready, set. Bronco. Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Hunter.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. Just Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
That takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Looking to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Hard to move it.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense. offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on fourth down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
On the check. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
First down, right back to Jenkins. Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stephanie! Cougar 19! Cowboy 80!
Once again, Jenkins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Let's go street! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Warrior 70!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready! Panthers 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! No! No! Hurt! Hurt! Let go!
On the handoff, this is Jenkins.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Go! 60 Vikings! Just check! Alert! Alert! Ready!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Get it! Bronco 80!
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dubliners,